Yeah, welcome to this live session. We are live. I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, please let me know in the comments section. I hope I am loud and clear. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Welcome to my channel, Somashi the Wealth Creator. I am Ruth Somashi, and I'm excited to be doing this with you today. Goal setting for 2023. Why you should set goals. 5 reasons why you should set goals. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, let me know in the comment section. Okay? Let me know in the comment section. Very good. You're welcome. Welcome. Today is 16th December 2022, and I want to look at reasons why we should set goals. Goals are important aspect of successful people, lives of successful people. If you want to be successful, you should set goals. If you really want to go on track, you need to set goals. So today I'll be sharing 5 reasons why you should set goals. If you have never set goals, I want to encourage you. After today's lessons, after today's meeting, you should be able to set goals. You should be able to, you will learn why you should set goals and how you can set goals. And then you also learn how to set realistic goals that you will be able to achieve. Okay, and also at the end of today's meeting, you'll be able to set the goals, achieve them, smash them, right? At the end of the year, you should be accountable. Okay, so these are pointers. These are what we'll be looking at achieving by the end of today's meeting. So let's dive right into topic for today. 5 reasons why you should set goals. Okay, and I'll be sharing biblical principles with you, because without God we can do nothing. Okay, the Bible is like a map, okay, that will guide you. Every law, everything you need to be successful are hidden in the Bible. The Bible is a book you should read. Okay, so number 1 reason why you should set goal is because it is a biblical mandate. It's taken from the book of Habakkuk that says, write the vision, write it bold, write it plainly, write it where people will see it. So whosoever is running will see it. You see, vision is also goals. Goals are visions. They are aims. They are targets. Now let's look at this scenario. The World Cup is ongoing. Football World Cup is ongoing. Many countries are involved, even though Nigeria is not among the countries that are playing this year. Quite unfortunate, but it's all good. Yeah. So a lot of countries are in Qatar now, and they are playing to achieve a game, or a goal rather. Why did they all travel to Qatar? They have a goal in view. They have a target. They have a vision. They have something they want to get. Now, there's a prize, right? The World Cup is the prize for any country who emerges as the winner. But before that, there are certain rules, right? There are certain rules. They are laid down principles that they must follow, and it has been written down. It's a preamble. Every of the countries involved already know that this is the target. If you don't follow it, you are out. Those who have not been able to meet up with the standard are cut out of the game. So you see that everybody is aware of what is involved. There's a goal. That's the goal. You have to meet this target. You have to get at least 50 goals, or 50 whatever, 50 goals to win, to become the winner. So it's not as if everybody just come and get on the pitch and start playing aimlessly. No. So you can't just enter a new year and start going aimlessly and you say, this year will be my year. On the 1st of January, by starting Happy New Year, God, this year will favor me. Yes, the year will favor you. It's good to have positive affirmations, but you need to also plan your year. It's also good you understand that heaven helps those who help themselves. Whatever I hear you say, that is what I will do. That's what the Bible says. Whatever your hand finds to do it. He said he will bless the works of your hand. Those are principles. Now, if you just have this belief that the year will favor me, the year will work in my favor, and you're not doing anything, nothing will work. Even the Bible says no food for lazy man. He who will not work should not eat. Yeah? So you need to work it out. Work it out. You need to plan your year. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to achieve. This is where I want to go. This is what I want to do. Okay, you write it down and you are telling God that this is what I want to. That's number 2 point. Number 1 is because it is a biblical principle that you should write it down so that whosoever is running will see it. And that what that means, that implies is when you write your goals down, you put it where you can see it. You are reminding yourself. Number 2 is by the time when you write your goals down, you are inviting nature. You indirectly invite nature. You indirectly invite the universe. You invite God into the chapter that God, this is what I want to achieve. This is what I want to do. I want you to walk with me. Okay? And that is the second reason why you should set your goals. Another reason why you should set your goals is it helps you to beat procrastination. Whatever you want to say, I will do it tomorrow, I will do it next year, I will do it next 2 years. Because you have the goals written down, you are already telling yourself, this is what I want to do. And it's helping you that instead of you procrastinating, you know that this is when you set your target to achieve it. You start working with it. That's number 3, right? Number 1 is a biblical principle. Number 2 is you invite nature to help you achieve those goals. Number 3 is you beat procrastination. Number 4, it helps you to be organized. Okay, goal setting helps you to be organized. It helps you avoid going round in circles, doing so many things at the same time. Okay, so instead of you multitasking and then breaking down at the end without achieving anything, with goal setting, it helps you to become organized. It helps you to tell yourself, this is exactly what I want to do. Okay, number 4 is when you set goals, okay, you are telling yourself, I want to be responsible. Number 4, it makes you responsible. Once you set goals, you take responsibilities about what happens in and around you. You're telling yourself, this year I want to be responsible. This is what I want to do, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, that is another reason why you should set goals. And another reason, the last reason, is when you set goals, it helps you to be clear. It serves as a mirror for you to see. It gives you clarity of what you want, of exactly what you want. Okay, that is another reason why you should set goals. Number 1, I say it's a biblical principle that you should do it. You must do it. Okay, number 2 is you are indirectly communicating to yourself, the earth and universe, that you are in charge. Okay, this is where I want to be. This is what I want to do at the end of these 365 days. That is what you're telling yourself. That's what you are telling the universe. That's what you're telling God, right? When you pen it down. Number 3 is you're taking it helps you to beat procrastination, right? It helps you to beat procrastination. You want to be on course. Okay. Number 4 is you're taking responsibility. It helps you to become responsible. And number 5, it helps you to be clear on what you want. It serves as clarity It serves as a mirror. It serves as a map. It serves as a guide to you achieving a good result at the end of the year. Now, another thing I want you to understand is those who set goals, right? They are controllers. Okay? Those who set goals are controllers. Now, if you want to finish the year strong, you want to have a very good 2023, a year that will mark out for success and be the best year for you, even when others are saying there's a casting down, you will be saying there's a lifting up, right? You would want to stop blaming people. You want to stop blaming people for problems that are happening. You say, the government is the cause of this. If not for the government, I should achieve this. You stop blaming people, blaming things, blaming anybody for what is happening. Okay, you take responsibility. That is why you should take stock. By now, you should be taking stock of how far you've come this year. Now, when you want to take stock, about yourself. Did you really take care of yourself? Did you really rest? How much care did you give to yourself? How many times did you visit the hospital to take to have a checkup? Your health. A lot of us are very careless about our health. We don't take care until we are falling sick. Okay? Now, your relationship with people, where there are people you would have established relationship with, but you neglected it. Where there are people you ought to have cut off from your life, but you neglected it. How has your relationship with God been since this year? Your finance, were you able to save money? How much were you able to make? Were you able to do new businesses? Were you able to close deals? Were you able to learn new skills? How about your character? Were you able to improve? Were there bad habits you learned this year, or were there bad habits you stopped? These are meditations. These are processes you ought to engage yourself in. Take stock, and this will help you to mirror yourself into the new year. Okay, it will now help you to now write down, okay, this is what I need to stop, this is what I need to do, this is what I need to start. All right, now another thing is your mindset. Anything is possible. Okay, you can achieve virtually anything, but it starts with your mind. Okay, your mindset will help you to see if these goals can be achieved or not. So for you to achieve your goals, you need to have a knowledge mindset. Okay, you need to have a growth mindset. You need to be ready to grow. Okay, you need to document your goals, be aware of it, and then you need to shelve it. You need to put it where you can see it. Okay, now after this step, you need to take your mind to the process of how you want to achieve these goals. The goals you want to achieve for the year, you write it down one after the other. Okay, like I said you on the group, the 7 steps or 7 areas you need to focus on. Okay, your life, your health, your spiritual life, okay, your career, your finance. Those areas are areas you need to check. You need to write your goals around. Okay, now when you write your goals around this, the next thing is, how am I going to achieve these goals? You don't just write the goals down and then you start believing that God will help you to perfect it. You write your goals around your spiritual life, your mental health, your general wellness, your finance, relationship, business or career, family or love life, and then your social life. Okay, these are areas you want to write your goals around. So number 1 is you write it down and you put it where you can see it. Number 2 is, how is the process. How am I going to achieve these goals? Now, the process will not be easy, but you need to fall in love with it. You need to like it. You need to love it. Because the process may require you to spend money. The process may require you to spend sleepless nights. You just need to love it. It's not going to be easy. Because when you want to start becoming intentional with your life, a lot of hold-ups, a lot of glitches will come up. But would that deter you from achieving that? No. That should build you up to achieving your goals. Now, another thing is, when you fall in love with the process, you find out that the universe will help you to start taking care of your goals. Okay, last year I wrote down on my goals. I wrote down my goals for the year. Okay, so I wrote down that I want to learn at least 3 digital skills. Okay, I want to learn at least 3 digital skills. I want to start up my YouTube channel. I want to start creating videos and start posting. I wrote them down, and I started it. Okay, I also wrote that before the end of the year, I want to complete writing at least 3 of my books. I finished writing the books. Now I am launching one. I ought to launch the 3 of them, but I at least want to launch one before I bring out the other 2. Okay, the other 2 I'm still doing some finishing touches to it. Okay, now these are some of the goals I wrote. Okay, and I found out that as I wrote down these goals, somehow the things that are coming around me, the things I'm experiencing are relating to those goals. Why? Because I have written it down. Now, if you don't write your goals down, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. So, and that is why I can say at least I achieved 85% of my goals. Okay, I also wrote goals around my health. I said I want to be more conscious about eating healthy, taking more fruits, water, and resting. I wrote it down here. About my marriage, I want to be dedicated to taking care of the children. I want to be more attentive to my husband. I want to take care of him more. I want to love him more. I also wrote down my goal. I want to train more people. I want to empower people. I want to teach people. Okay, I wrote it down. I want to train at least 500 people before the end of 2022, and I achieved this. And then I also wrote about my parents and siblings. I want to have time to call them, and I wrote down I had to call them at least every weekend. Every weekend I call them to know how they are faring. And then praying. I want to read at least 1 chapter of the Bible every day. I wrote it down here. I want to read books. At least this year I read at least about 13 books. I'll still check my diary. I read about 13 books. Okay? This month I've read 2 books already. So you need to write down your goals. You need to write down your goals and be intentional about it. Another thing you want to do to achieve these goals, you need to block out time to do the work of the metrics, to do the work of the process. Now, for me to achieve the book I wrote, I had to spend sleepless nights. If I tell you for during this launch book, this period of me announcing the launch, I've not really slept like full 5 hours, because I used to sleep at least 6 hours for me to rest. I've not slept up to 5 or 4 hours straight. I've have sleep. You see black lines around my eyes because I have been putting my energy, editing, adding more things, pushing it out, the marketing and everything. I have been working tirelessly. That is the process to make sure that this comes out successfully. It's not easy. It's not easy. Right now, I just finished attending to my children. I have a lot of things to do, a lot. I just looked at my goals. There are things I can still achieve before the end of this December, and I'm working on them. So there are distractions. There are things I had to cut out, like going out and hanging out with friends when I have things to achieve. We'll meet eventually, but then when there are a lot of things I need to achieve, what if I don't have if we go out and I don't have the wherewithal to also contribute, it doesn't make any sense. So let me do the work now, and then there's a time that I will be resting, right? So Stephen King says that if you want to be a great writer, you need to read a lot. You need to write a lot, but you need to block out time. And that is what I am doing. Okay? If you know you want to learn how to write, you need to write. You need to start reading. If you want to become exceptional when you come out and talk, people should keep quiet and listen. You need to read. You need to study. You need to study. Now, what is usually on the surface? There's something that people are seeing, but there should be something that is driving that thing. Okay? Distraction is a competitive advantage, but if you can focus your attention, you are way better than 70% of people in the world. If you can just pay attention. Distraction, sometimes, okay, before, there's a habit I had to start learning how to stop. Before, when I wake up, the first thing I pick up my phone and just go on to WhatsApp. Before you know, I'm on to Facebook, I'm on to Instagram, and before you know, I'm all over the place. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. But now, I have developed a habit this year. I wake up by 5 a.m. Okay, when I wake up by 5 a.m., the first thing I do a few exercise to make sure I sweat out. I pray, okay? I meditate. I listen to, while I'm working out, I listen to my podcast. And then the next thing, I read at least a chapter of the Bible. I meditate and I take up a chapter or a page of a book and read. Okay, I read at least one page of the book and note down what I have learned. And then I start my activity for the day. So when I wake up by that 5 a.m., the lineup of activity is already there. 5 a.m. to 5:10, 5:10 to 5:15, 5:15 to 5:30, 5:30 to 6, 5:45, 5:45 to 6 a.m. and like that till 9 a.m. Then I know that the one for the morning is done. Okay? So if you are able to set your time from that 5 a.m. to at least 9 a.m., you do all of these activities, you'll be unstoppable. You become unstoppable. Okay? So by the time I finish these few activities from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., I must have completed things that concerns me and then attend to the family. So preparing the food, taking care of the children should be done before 8 a.m. And then everybody goes out. I am alone. I take care of myself and then resume my work. I go to my office for the bag business. Okay? And then I can also have time to go on the social media and do other things. So it's a habit. You need to stop some things that will distract you. When you go onto Facebook and you start scrolling, start commenting, start liking, you will be distracted. You don't have time to do anything. You say, I don't have time to read. I don't have time to watch the courses. I don't have time to attend class. There is time. And that is why God gave everybody 24 hours. The rich has 24 hours. The poor has 24 hours. The blind has 24 hours. Everybody has the same time. So whatever you do with your time depends on you. I hope you're getting the point. Now, you should have a compelling reason. When your reason is compelling, is strong, You will do the unreasonable so far as it's ethical in moving you to where you want to go. Once you see that what you have written down is something that you really want, you want to achieve it. See, even if it requires you to trek from wherever you are to another state, you will do it because you want to achieve it. That thing will just be pushing you. When the goals I wrote, they are the things that have kept me awake. If I'm sleeping, I feel that this sleep, I don't sleep too much, or I better wake up and do something. Else the day will just be gone and I won't do anything. So you need to make sure that you have this passion. If you say you want money, it is the financial freedom that will be your driving force. I hate it when somebody asks me for something and I don't have it to give it to that person. It keeps me on the edge. I feel I don't have a security. But if you have what the person asks you, you feel full, you feel bold. There's this inner satisfaction. Like today now, somebody came to me and she said, please, can she keep her children at my place? She has never asked me for that before. We are not close, but she just begged me that please, that she's going out for a meeting and she can't go with her 2 children. That can she keep her 2 children? It wasn't easy for me, but I just felt if I can do this. I immediately said yes. You need to see the way she smiled. She was so happy. And then I felt this satisfaction. I felt this joy that at least I was able to do something. The children are at my place. I finished preparing lunch and I've served them. They're happy. I gave them things and they're happy. I have that joy. So what is pushing me? I want to be financially free. Financially free. That is what keeps me awake. I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to show people. I want to be able to guide people. I want to be able to teach people what I know. I want people to be able to be independent. When you have people who are free, who are financially free, who are happy, there won't be envy. There won't be witchcraft. People will not be envying their neighbors. But when this one doesn't have, you see why people will become jealous. That's where evil things begin to happen. That is why I am fighting. I am working night and day. It's not easy. It's not easy being married with children. It's not easy. But I have a vision. I have a goal. There's something that I want to achieve, and that is what is pushing me. Now, you also need to cultivate a desire to want more. The abundance of this life is not for some people, but for everybody. When the Bible says, I wish you above all things that thou mayest prosper. That thou mayest prosper and be in good health. That is for everybody. That is God's wish for everybody. So it is not for some people. When you say, I wish I want to be like this person. No, you don't wish to be like this person. You wish to be your person, the version of who God has created you to become. Now, whatever goal you wrote down cannot make God to be poor. The largeness of your desire cannot bankrupt God. It cannot make God to go broke. So you stop saying, I don't know if I can do this. So if you write it down, believe you can, you will achieve it. Write the goals down. Now, when you've written the goals, you write it. If you want to write your goals, you write it as if it has already happened. You write it in past tense. Okay? You write your goals in past tense. What does it mean? It means you are calling it into existence. And that is where the Bible quotation that says, faith is a substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. You are hoping for it. You are hoping for it. It's something you have not seen, but you are believing that it has happened. So these goals are like faith. It's like you having faith that this thing is possible. This thing will happen. All right? And that you're believing it, you're not putting it into actionable tenses. Actionable tenses that this is what I have achieved. By the end of this year, must have achieved this. Okay? Now, for example, you can write it that, okay, I am grateful because I have bought a laptop and I have started my online business. You can write it like that. I am grateful. You are telling God thank you. You are telling the universe thank you. This is how I did my own, and it worked. It worked. In 2020, when I first wrote my goals, when I first learned how to write goals, I wrote it that the next time I would be traveling, I want to travel to and fro by air. I didn't know how it will happen, but I wrote it down. And what happened? I got a job to become a social media manager for a company based in London. And then when my boss arrived in Nigeria, he said he was going to be coming to Nigeria. He wants to meet with the workers. He wants to meet with the staff. And then he invited us to Owerri to meet with him. And then I told him I may not be able to come. He said, why? I said, I'm pregnant. He booked for my flight ticket to and fro. Did that goal not come to pass? It came to pass. Why? Because I have written it down. I have called it into existence. Call it into existence as though they are. As though it has happened. You need to visualize it. When you write your goals, you visualize it, you dream about it. You see it in your subconscious. You walk through the goals. You walk inside. You see yourself absorbing it inside you. That is how you make your goals to work. Speak your goals into words. Declare it with your mouth every day. Declare it. Sometimes when I'm talking, I'm speaking things, my husband will be looking at me. He has gotten used to it. When I begin to speak things, when I begin to call forth things, I call forth women, I call forth people. I call forth my clients from the north, from the east. I call forth people who will work with me, people who will love me. When people start doing things for me, they don't know why they are doing it, but I have called them forth. I call you forth, whether you are in Aba, whether you are in Onitsha, wherever you are, I begin to connect with you. Anytime I post online, I begin to speak to my post. I begin to speak to my business. I begin to call forth people, intentional people, to begin to connect with me. If I tell you the people who are going to be speaking tomorrow for my book launch, how I connect with them, you will marvel. I call them forth. I began to call them forth from last year. I begin to speak. This is the kind of people I want to work with. Wherever you are, I begin to connect with you. And God is helping me is aligning the goals, aligning the dreams, aligning everything for me. And that's why the Bible says, everything worketh together for good to them that love God. So you need to speak your goals, speak it into existence. Another thing you also have to cultivate is be grateful for everything you have experienced. Every day you write down 5 to 10 things that you are grateful about. If you want to really smash your goals for 2023, you write down everything about your goals. You write down 5 things you are grateful to God about. God, I am grateful that I am alive today and I am able to help people. I'm able to bless people. God, I am grateful because I am becoming an amazing woman. God, I am grateful because the people of high potentials, phenomenal people are coming into my life. God, I am grateful because this book launch is becoming a success. It's going to become a success. It's going to be a success. You're going to write it down. And that is how these things are going to start working. Start working. There are no two ways about these things. And when you see successful people smashing it, hitting it big, you think they are doing something different. These are some of the things you do. You need to be intentional about everything about you. Now, whatever ideas you have, document it, because ideas are perishable. Sometimes I may be asleep and then I just get this idea. I will just stand up and jot it down. If there's no book by my side, I use my notebook. I have Google Keep on my phone, and it's full of so many ideas. You write it down. Write it down. You also need to develop writing skills. Learn to write. You know, say, me, I no book, I no go feel write. Everybody has something to say. The world is waiting to hear your own side of the story. Write it down. You also need to learn to develop the skill of persuasion to make people to do your bidding. By 2023, you want to achieve goals, you want to achieve things. You need to learn it, how to talk to people, to do what you want. No be juju. No be juju. It's a skill, you can learn it. You can write it as part of the skills you want to learn. And then, if you have so many goals, focus on the most important ones. You don't go and start saying you want to achieve all of these things by the. You also have to put a timeline. You must have a timeline, a time frame. By so time, you must have achieved so. Right? Like I wrote books I want to read. I wrote books I want to read on copywriting, books on sales, book on health, book on spirituality, book on mental health, book on mindset. I've written those books. So by January, I should complete at least 5 books. There's a time frame. Then you write the strategies. How do you want to achieve it? There should be a target. Okay, you want to become pregnant. You have a goal that by the end of 2022 you want to become pregnant, and you are writing it. You want to start becoming pregnant by this December. Maybe when you go to church, you say you have the fruit of that, and you're saying amen. It's not possible to become pregnant and give birth by this time. For you to become pregnant, you need to say, okay, by January you need to have intercourse with your husband, but before then you need to be ascertain that your health, you're free from infections and everything. You eat well. You go in the mood and you meet with your husband. You become pregnant by January or say February. At least you give birth before the end of 2023. That's a target. You want to get married, you need to find the man. Or the man needs to find you. You need to court. You need to know him. You need to know each other. He should propose to you. You should start planning. And then you can use 3 months to plan. 3 months to know yourselves. 3 months to get married. And then before the end of 2023, you are married. So you don't say, I want to be married by 2023, and you don't have a plan in view. You are not going out. You are not going for wedding. You're not meeting. Where will the husband meet you? On social media, you are not even chatting. So how will you meet the husband? Or how will the husband meet you? So you need to have a target. What are the strategies you want to use to achieve this? Do you want more customers? What are you going to do to get more customers? You want to make more sales. How much do you want to make by the end of 2023? You write it down. If say you want to make 5 million by 2023, bam, you write it down. That means 5 million divided by 12 months. You have your figures down, right? You have it down. When you want to make 5 million by the year, that means by each month you should be making 400 plus. Then 400 divided by 30 days or 31 days, you'll be having 40K to make each day. So what are you going to be doing to make such amount of money daily? How are you going to be getting it? How many customers, how many leads do you have on your WhatsApp? Do you have a website? Do you need to open a website? Do you need to learn how to generate more leads? There are skills you need to learn that will boost your business. Do you need to learn more on copywriting? Do you need to learn content marketing? What are those things? You need to write it down. Those things that will aid you to achieve your goals. You don't just wish it. So by so time to so time, I must have learned and perfect these skills. Meaning you are learning, you are perfecting it, you are practicing it, you are implementing it. So if you want to learn skills, what strategies? Are you reading books? Are you buying courses? Are you watching videos? Are you attending seminars? Are you going to workshops? What are the strategies do you want to use to achieve it? So if you need to have other streams of income, you need to write it down. What are strategies are you going to use to start up that streams of income? What are the pros and cons? What are the advantages of that business you want to do? So these are steps you need to take to achieve your goals in 2023. All right? And then let's say you want to travel out. You say, God, I want to travel out, I want to relocate, and you're not even having plans to have an international passport. How is it going to work out? If eventually somebody calls you and say, can you come over, and you don't have a passport, it won't work. So you need to write the goals, the strategies you want to use in achieving the goals. You need to also have a target when you want to achieve those goals, and you see yourself smashing those goals by the year 2023. I hope I have been able to show you or teach you how the reasons why you should set goals and processes to achieving or setting goals, and how you can also smash your goals to attain or to actualize your dreams and goals for a better year. Now, another thing, you can also want to draw out a vision board. Those goals you have written, you can get the pictures. If the goals have to do with maybe you relocating, getting a new apartment, traveling, you can get pictures of those places, of those things. Get the pictures, right? You can print out the pictures. Go on Google, get the pictures, print it out, put it, paste it on a cardboard. Paste it on a cardboard and put it, hang it where you can see it. Okay, so that every time you wake up, that's the first thing you see, and you also speak to it. It also works. All right, so I think these are strategies to achieving a more successful year. So how far? I know this section was power packed, value packed. Like I could even feel myself. Yeah, did you learn something new? Was it worth your time? Do you have any question? Do you have any question before we end this section? Do you have any question? Did you learn something new? I would like to know. I would like to know. I would like to know. Did you learn something new? Hello, are you there? Okay. I'll be expecting your feedback. So, I wish you all the best. I wish you Merry Christmas in advance and a Happy New Year. A wonderful New Year in advance. Don't forget to subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you. I hope you got value, and you can also feel free to share this content with as many people who you believe should benefit from this content. Have a blessed day ahead. Bye.